As you allow your eyes to comfortably close, I'll explain a little about what to expect as you enter trance. You already have all the knowledge you need to understand how to enter a trance. You have experience of entering a trance many times each day. I'm sure you can recall times you have been wandering along and discovered your mind begins to wander to thoughts, ideas, and dreams, or the experience of waiting in line as you start to daydream. Now, as you sit there, beginning to drift into a comfortable hypnotic trance, you can hear the sound of my voice and have an awareness of different thoughts and ideas that come to mind. And while you listen to the sound of my voice, I'm going to talk to you. And just like in everyday situations, like when you're in school listening in class, and you will occasionally drift off into a daydream and later realize you don't know if you remember the whole lesson. Many people that go into a trance remember some things and forget others. And you can remember what is important to consciously remember, while at the same time forget what is unimportant to recall after this session. So there is no need to try to go into a trance. It can develop all by itself, and you can develop that trance in your own unique way, based on your own lifetime full of experiences of entering trance states easily and effortlessly. From all those times you have discovered yourself to have been daydreaming. Through to those times, you became deeply absorbed in what you were doing. So now, with your eyes closed, you can enjoy a moment's quiet while your unconscious prepares to enter a resourceful trance state. And that is just right for the work we are doing here today. That's it. Now, as people enter trance, they often begin to notice how their breathing changes. For some people, the breathing speeds up a little before it settles on a relaxed rhythm. For others, it just begins to comfortably relax. And while the breathing helps to deepen and maintain the trance, many people become intrigued to discover just how much more youthful they look as their facial muscles smooth out. This smoothing and relaxing of the muscles in the face and throughout the body, and the continued feeling of comfort that people feel when they come out of trance later, are some of the side effects of entering a hypnotic trance in this way. So, while you prepare to enter this trance state, I wonder what other positive side effects you will receive. And while you continue into this state, your mind will also wander at times, and whatever happens, my voice can go with you. Be aware of this feeling of relaxation that you're feeling. Now, imagine if it were to form your symbol of deep relaxation in your mind. See it there, wherever there is. Get to know that symbol. Where is it? How big is it? Really, how is it? Really know it. Now, take your symbol and let it have a color, if you haven't already. A color represents this amazing feeling. Now when you're ready, just let that colorful symbol liquefy, dissolve into some part of you, taking this feeling with it, this deep healing relaxation, spreading into some part of your body. Enjoy these wonderful feelings as they soak into, are absorbed by that place, very deeply so. Now, move it somewhere else where it would do you good. As you do, these good feelings and more only increase in intensity. Feel them intensify. That's right. So that pleasurable feeling only increases. Maybe it pulsates or throbs nicely, or maybe it moves in waves, or twirls, or circulates, or radiates from that place, outward and inward. I don't know. It's your experience. And again, let your colorful symbol liquefy, dissolve into another part of your deserving body. Just the right place. You know where is best. As it melts, these good feelings can increase, double, triple, quadruple, if you like, if your unconscious is willing. Now take this lovely healing feeling and allow it to feel even more pleasant as you notice it travel somewhere else, wherever you need it, taking the feelings with it into another part of you, bathing your mind-body system with wonderful feelings. And so the more intense this blissful feeling does become, the more you enjoy it. With each breath, the feeling only gets better, healing you in some mysterious way, taking you deeper and deeper into deep, hypnotic sleep. Let that colorful symbol liquefy, dissolve into some other part of your mind, your body, soothing, healing, refreshing each part of you now. Let that feeling spread into every part of your body right now. I'll be quiet for a few seconds, and in that time, you will have all the time you need in trance to do this. That's right. Experiencing all these wonderful feelings, let them double, triple in intensity, quadruple in intensity, until you have moved it down along, up, throughout your increasingly peaceful mind and body. Let that colorful symbol liquefy, become absorbed by all of the parts of you that need, deserve, can have these wonderful feelings now. That's it. Feel this process occurring in the pause. Drift deeper now. Drift down into the depths of your subconscious reality, the place where your dreams are created, and instincts and primitive urges reside, having formed long ago before humanity evolved. On this day, we are going to seek out your spirit animal. This animal symbolizes many of your strengths and weaknesses, your unconscious urges, and strongest desires. You may encounter mythical beasts that represent certain aspects of your personality. Be reassured that any animal you encounter is familiar to you, and therefore it is completely safe to be in its presence during this hypnotic experience. Before we embark on your quest, we are going to protect you even further by surrounding your spirit and soul with an aura of pure, unadulterated love and light. Visualize yourself now standing on the edge of a beautiful, calm, empty beach. In the sky just above you is the brightest rainbow you have ever seen. Stretch out your arms and invite the rainbow into your life, sending out to it every ounce of love in your being to let it know it will be welcomed with joy. The rainbow is attracted to you by an unseen magnetic force, and it draws closer and closer to you. And in a moment, the rainbow surrounds your physical body, bathing you in a spectrum of colorful lights. Away from the glare of the sun, the rainbow forms a cocoon of pure love that surrounds you from head to toe. The colors begin to diffuse and blend into one, lending their strength to this one perfect hue. The color of the halo can be chosen by you. Will it be red, like a wild strawberry, or a vibrant orange, or yellow, like the yolk of an egg? Perhaps you'll choose green, your favorite shade from a tranquil monastery garden, or blue from a still, calm lake that reflects the azure sky. Or you may go for indigo, the color of a night sky, or king's cloak, or violet like a flower of the same name. See, sense, or experience the light of your chosen color as it forms an aura around you that sends out a warm, comforting glow. And you are still standing here at the edge of the beach. It is time to walk further across the soft sands to the ocean that lies ahead. Feel the warm sand beneath your bare feet and notice how it becomes cooler as you approach the damper areas where waves have splashed and sprayed. Looking out over the ocean, it seems to stretch out into infinity. The sun sparkles and shimmers as reflected light dances over this ocean of calm. In the distance, you can just make out the shape of a faraway island. You strain your eyes, sheltering them from the glare of the sun with your hand, but like a mirage, it suddenly disappears from your view. Stepping forward, you venture into the sea. Surprisingly, the water is warm and welcoming and invites you further into its waters. Your legs are heavy as you wade further, and all of a sudden, you find yourself swimming effortlessly into its depths. The waves carry you as though you were a small infant, and you find yourself rolling over onto your back and just enjoying the experience. All the while, you are going further and further into the ocean, and it takes no effort at all. No need to swim or lift your head so that you don't get wet. It is as though someone else is carrying you on their back. And feeling sleepy, you naturally close your eyes and go with the flow, trusting your guide to protect you and keep you safe as it does. In your dreams, you are flying. You are flying high in the sky with a yellow-chested bird that takes you under its wing and welcomes you into its migrating flock. You notice how the birds just seem to glide through the air with no need for sustenance as they sing their sweet songs to each other. And amazingly, you find you can understand the bird language. They are singing about faraway mystical lands where the spirits of all animals, creatures, and insects live, and how they enjoy their peaceful existence and progress through many spiritual planes as their spirits evolve. They call it a paradise, and that's where the birds tell you they are going. They say they are going home, and you can travel with them and choose the spirit animal you would like to guide you through your transition through the earthly world. They sing of friendly elephants that walk with tigers and bears without fear of being hunted. On this island, they all love each other, regardless of the species they belong to. You have a bird's eye view over the ocean and can now clearly see the island that you are rapidly approaching. As you descend, you notice there is no difference in pressure like there is on a plane, and you realize that you are on a different type of plane. You are going deeper and deeper down, and in an instant, you are on the back of a friendly dolphin being carried over the ocean. You realize the dolphin has been carrying you the whole of time, keeping you safe. Other dolphins, seals and whales, and ocean creatures swim over to greet their new guests, and they perform their welcoming ritual of sea dancing, somersaulting in the air, humming and singing in harmonious synchrony like a well-rehearsed orchestra. They teach you their dances and songs, and as you mingle with them, you learn how kind and affectionate they are and how they look out for seafaring humans in distress so that they can guide them to safety. A shark swims by, baring his teeth, but the other sea animals are amused and tell you it's just its usual grumpy way, and they are now accustomed to it. You smile and wave, and the shark disappears into the ocean. As you play in the shallow waters, you become familiar with the personalities of these different sea creatures and realize they are not so different as you and I. After a while, you decide to explore the land. You shake off the water and step over the wet sands until a path appears where the sand is dry and leads to the rest of the island. The first spirit animal you notice is the elephant. He crouches down so that you can climb on his back, and you slowly trundle onto dry land. As you venture forward, this gentle giant tells you of his love for his family, and you realize that, although he may appear large and clumsy at first, he is being very careful, as baby elephants playfully begin to trot by your side, sometimes getting under his slow, heavy legs. You reach the end of the path and view all around as exotic and majestic. Some areas are very jungle-like, with thick trees and tangles of brushes and vibrant wildflowers that are almost as big as trees. Different species of monkeys leap playfully, like children, from branch to branch, performing silly antics. Others hang upside down before daring to jump to their playmates. On a mound of soft earth in the distance, you notice lions with their cubs, some lazily sleeping as the world goes by, others walking proudly back and forth as though owning and overseeing the rest of the jungle. A large tortoise strolls slowly and methodically up to the cubs, occasionally raising its head before disappearing back into its shell. The cubs are fascinated and begin to lick the tortoise's shell as she peeps shyly out. After a while, the cubs tire of the tortoise and edge their way by, but the tortoise stubbornly refuses to move until it is ready to do so. An elegant creamy brown giraffe stirs from its dreams. The tall animal strains its neck to see what is happening before ambling back to its place by the wild apricot trees. You notice how handsome and graceful the giraffe is, oozing confidence as it stands head and shoulders above the rest of the animal kingdom. And then a brave tiger comes forward to challenge the giraffe. The tiger is graceful too, but is also highly competitive and unpredictable. When the giraffe looks condescendingly down at the tiger turns on the charm to get its own way. But the giraffe will move when it is ready. From high in its tree, a wise owl watches over the potential furor and decides that it's time for it to intervene. The owl is worldly wise and an eloquent bird, and imparts its wisdom in a serene and confident manner, knowing that it will be listened to and heeded. The other animals in the jungle are in awe of the owl and its air of mystery and diffidence. The tiger slouches off to find another outlet for its wily ways, but you know that all the animals are spirit and will never harm each other. And so, as you explore your surroundings, you come across just about every animal under the sun. You see thoughtful, tender-hearted but nervous rabbits, and their impetuous cousins, the hare, who have a reputation for being impulsive and irrational, and even promiscuous at times. You see highly strung, unpredictable, but nevertheless graceful and intuitive deer, and warm-hearted horses with unbounding energy and enthusiasm. You walk with delicate mice that spend most of their time working for themselves, and you realize these tiny animals have so much intelligence and drive. And then there is the spirited rat, with energy and a flexible approach to life. They are quick-witted, practical, and highly ambitious, and rely strongly on their wits. There is the dog that is friendly, obedient and eager to please, and the cat that is wily and independent, but also has a tendency to laziness. You are walking and mingling with all these animals and more. As you do, you get to know their individual personalities, their strengths and weaknesses, and any other information that will help you to decide which to choose as your spirit animal. Or they may have already chosen you, in which case your personal spirit animal will make itself known in some way. I will be quiet for a while as you continue to explore and meet all the kingdom's inhabitants, and in the silence that follows, you will intuitively know which is yours. That's good. You have now chosen your spirit animal, or it has chosen you. Tell it anything you feel that it needs to know in order to guide you in the best possible way. Your spirit animal reassures you that it will be there for you whenever you need it. You can also learn more about yourself and the subconscious forces that drive you. And with your spirit animal to guide you, you know that you are safe to continue your own personal development in a way known only to you and your spirit animal. And now it is time to leave this beautiful island and return to your normal, everyday life and level of conscious awareness. But you have somehow discovered secrets from within your soul today. Things about you that you weren't previously aware of. And over the coming days and weeks and months and years, you will feel your spirit animal's presence. Be always gentle and respectful with it. Treat it with loving kindness. And treat yourself the same way. And treat others that same way that you meet. Your dolphin friend is waiting to take you back safely to your homeland. The birds in the sky look kindly down upon you, and the spirit of your chosen animal is within and without. So return to the here and now, and I will count you back from 1 to 5, and open your eyes only when you are ready to do so. On 1, beginning to come back to full conscious awareness, unnecessary relaxation leaving your body. On 2, feeling energy pulsating through your body, beginning to increase your blood flow and your circulation, becoming slightly more energized, being ready to return to a state of full waking consciousness. On 3, wiggle your fingers and toes. Wiggle your fingers and toes. Full waking consciousness is just around the corner. You're beginning to feel more vitality, more energy, more awake, completely refreshed, ready to move on with the rest of your day or evening. On 4, your eyelids are beginning to flutter. You're beginning to flutter, getting ready for the count of 5 when your eyes will open and you will be awake. You'll be wide awake. You're returning to full waking consciousness. On the count of 5, you will feel relaxed, vibrant, refreshed, as though you have had a very pleasant nap. You will be fully vital and energized and ready to move forward with your daily affairs. And on 5, eyes open, wide awake, completely awake, all the way back to normal waking consciousness. Take a nice, long, deep breath and smile.